The most strangely unique punishment you ever received as a kid? How bad was it? 1. I desperately wanted to order WrestleMania. I was a massive Hulk Hogan fan. Well, I was acting like a little brat and wouldn't stop. So, my dad ordered the WrestleMania pay-per-view. He sat in the living room and watched it while making me sit in the other room where I could just barely hear it but couldn't see it. He watched the whole damn thing and didn't let me move or see the screen. It was absolutely brutal. 2. In elementary school, we had this one really strict teacher who would make us T-pose in the back of the room if we were being disruptive. Every one of us scoffed at the idea, until about a minute in when your arms start burning. Very effective punishment. 3. Not sure how unique this was, but we would always be grounded from our rooms, not to our rooms. It was the worst. You don't realize how much you have in your room until you aren't allowed to go in it. 4. When I was 5 or 6, I bit my older sister directly on the stomach. Left top and bottom teeth imprints. It wasn't something minor. My mom grabbed a dog collar and leash, tied me to a doorknob, and left me there for several hours. She said, "If you act like a dog, you get treated like a dog." 5. Essay writing. My dad is a graduate school professor, and he made us write essays about what we'd done wrong, why it was wrong, and what we should have done instead. We had to cite sources and use outside information or research. My dad would then read and correct the essays for both content and grammar until they were deemed satisfactory. We were grounded until the essay was complete and considered good enough. The worse the offense, the longer the essay and the harsher his critiques. For example, if you left the dishes in the sink after being told too many times, you'd end up writing a short essay about germs and proper food handling. I remember specifically getting caught drinking in the garage when I was 16. My dad was furious and made me write a 20-page essay about the consequences of teenage drinking on my brain, the legal trouble I could have gotten into, and the legal trouble my parents could have faced. It was a huge pain, but it got us thinking about topics we'd never considered before. By the end of the essay writing process, everyone had usually calmed down, and we'd have a calm discussion about it. 6. My parents didn't know what to do with me because I was being a rascal, so they took literally everything out of my room, including my bed. It was weird. I remember sitting in the corner with my teddy bear, hiding it so they wouldn't take that too. I was the firstborn, so they've learned since then. 7. When I was a kid, anytime my grandfather heard me say I was bored, he'd make me read the newspaper with him. After an hour or so of that, I'd no longer be bored. I miss him every time I see a newspaper. 8. I threw a ton of glitter on my brother while he was in the bathtub. My parents bought a giant bag of glitter and dumped it on my bed. They made me count it and wouldn't give me my phone or laptop back until I did. 9. I was a 16-year-old girl, and we had 4 cats. It was my job to care for them because I wanted them, but I'd often forget to clean the litter boxes and make someone else do it. It stunk, and it was gross, especially when one of the cats was sick. I'd been warned a couple of times, but I kept doing it. One day when I was at school, my mom moved all the litter boxes into my bedroom. She replaced the litter with a kind that didn't reduce odor at all. She specifically told me I wasn't allowed to open the windows and had to sleep in there. It doesn't sound like much, but it was so bad. I'd rather have been spanked. It lasted a week before she let me move them back out to the laundry room. 10. My mom was always taking my books away because I'd read instead of doing my homework. She also went through the trash and punished me based on what I ate. In middle school, my parents took all my makeup away because I hated leaving the house without it. Then, I got a C in math in 8th grade, and there was nothing left to take away. So, my parents decided I'd move in with my dad and go to a different high school than all my friends as a punishment. I'm 22 now and have been paying my own phone bill for 4 years, but my mom still tries to take my phone away if she feels like I'm on it too much.